Have you ever been to a doctor and they tell you you have arthritis, and then even after the visit, you really still have no idea what's going on? Well, let me explain why. Let's take the word arthritis and break it up. Arthro means joint, itis means inflammation. It means a joint is inflamed. So if you go to a doctor and you say, my back hurts, and he tells you you have back arthritis, he's telling you your back is inflamed. And if you say, hey, my shoulder hurts, and he says you have shoulder arthritis, he's telling you your shoulder is inflamed. Not very helpful, is it? And that's because basically you're telling him I have pain, and he's telling you in Latin that that area hurts. That's it. Imagine go to a mechanic and you telling him, hey, my engine's making some noise, can you check it out? And after he checks it out, he says, yeah, your engine's clunking. And you're like, yeah, no shit. Can you tell me why? And that's what I want to explain and give you a better idea of why you're in pain and where it's coming from. Hi, my name is Dmitry Tupakov. I'm the founder of Total Rehab, and I'm a chiropractor, and I specialize with physical rehab and exercises to make people's problems and pain go away. So the cause of pain, in my opinion, is basically from physical injury. And there's many ways that we can injure ourselves. We can do it slowly over a long period of time, or we can do it quickly in one instance. So if we do it slowly over a long period of time, that's more like the tires wearing out in a car. This might seem really simple, but the laws of physics, they apply to a car, to wood, to metal. They apply to our body as well. So we can actually physically stress our body in the same ways as anything else in this world. And just like anything in this world can get damaged, so can any tissue in our body. After 20 years, our body stops growing automatically. And so our injuries stop really healing on their own. And our muscles, they don't grow on their own anymore. So we can't just get buff sitting on a couch. And so if we injure a muscle, it gets weaker because the structure of the muscle was damaged, and the strength doesn't come back on its own until we do something actively to make it come back. And so most injuries actually happen like the tires wearing out on a car, a little bit over a long period of time. Now, that physical stress on the muscle when it damages it ends up causing an inflammatory response. Inflammation is the normal response of our body when anything gets damaged or gets injured, or there's certain like a chemical that irritates the skin or our lungs or anything like that. If I take my nails and I scratch my skin, it will eventually become red and it will become inflamed, right? That's perfectly normal. So the cause of that quote unquote inflammation around the joints in your back comes from you physically stressing your body, damaging the tissue, and that causes that pain and inflammation. And sometimes this explanation is so simple that sometimes people have a hard time understanding or even believing it. But imagine with that same example, going to a mechanic and asking him like, hey, why are the tires wearing out on my car? Like, I drive just to and from work, I live a normal life, I don't drive like a crazy person. He'd be like, your tires are wearing out just from the standard normal friction that they get put from driving on the road, just like every other tire in this world. And that's actually the same way that most people in this world end up developing pain and injuries, in that exact same way. If this is interesting to you and you learned something and you want to learn more, go to my website in the description below. I have all my lessons on pain, where it's from, what causes it, so that way you can get a better understanding, and it's 100% for free. And if you dive in further, you can see testimonials of people I've helped that have had really bad injuries and I've helped them resolve it. And if you want to work personally with me one-on-one, reach out and I'd be happy to see what I can do for you.